Have you ever felt like you're going crazy? Like the ground beneath your feet isn't as solid as you once thought? Like the truth you know in your bones is somehow slipping away? If you're nodding right now, if your heart is racing, if you feel a knot forming in your stomach, listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you might just save your sanity. You're not crazy, you're not imagining things, and you're not alone. What you're experiencing has a name. It's called gaslighting, manipulation, betrayal, and it's happening to countless souls just like you, right at this very moment. But here's what they don't want you to know. You have the power to break free, to reclaim your truth, to shine so brightly that their shadows have nowhere to hide. Are you ready to take back your power, to stand in your truth, to become unshakable, unmanipulatable, and unstoppable? Then lean in, beautiful soul, because this message, it's for you. My dear light workers, truth seekers, and beautiful souls on this sacred journey of awakening, I come to you today with a message that may resonate so deeply within your being that you might feel it in every cell of your body. Some of you might experience a flutter in your chest, a tightening in your throat, or a churning in your stomach as we delve into this topic. Trust those sensations. They are your body's way of confirming the truth we're about to explore together. We're going to talk about betrayal, but not just any betrayal. We're diving deep into the kind of betrayal that leaves you questioning your own sanity, the kind that makes you wonder if you're the crazy one, the kind that has you lying awake at night, replaying conversations in your head, wondering where it all went wrong and how you could have been so blind. You see, there are people in this world, perhaps you've encountered them, perhaps you're dealing with them right now, who have mastered the art of manipulation to such a degree that it's almost admirable if it weren't so devastatingly destructive. These aren't your run-of-the-mill liars or occasional deceivers. No, these are the architects of false realities. They don't just bend the truth, they shatter it into a million pieces and rebuild it in their own distorted image. Let's start with how they twist words. Oh, it's an art form, really. A dark art, but an art nonetheless. They have this uncanny ability to take what you've said, what you've done, and reshape it into something unrecognizable. I never said that. You must have misunderstood. That's not what I meant at all. You're too sensitive. I was just joking. Can't you take a joke? You're overreacting. It wasn't that big of a deal. Sound familiar? This, my dear ones, is Gaslighting 101. It's a term that's thrown around a lot these days, but let's really break down what it means. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where the abuser attempts to sow seeds of doubt in their victim's mind, making them question their own memory, perception, and sanity. They take your reality, your lived experience, and they distort it beyond recognition. They make you question your own memory, your own perception. Did I really hear that wrong? Am I really being too sensitive? Maybe I am overreacting. And the truly insidious part, they do it with such confidence, such unwavering certainty, that you start to believe them. It's a slow erosion of your self-trust, like water wearing away at a stone. It happens so gradually that you might not even notice it at first. But over time, you find yourself constantly second-guessing your own thoughts and feelings. You start to rely on them to tell you what's real and what isn't. And that, my beautiful soul, is exactly where they want you. I know it hurts. I know it feels like you're losing your grip on reality. But let me tell you something, and I need you to really hear this. Your memory isn't faulty. Your perception isn't skewed. What you experienced was real. What you felt was valid. Don't let anyone, no matter how convincing they might be, tell you otherwise. Now let's talk about their real masterpiece, playing the victim. Oh, they do it so well, don't they? It's like watching an award-winning actor take the stage. The tears, the trembling voice, the look of utter betrayal in their eyes. It's Oscar-worthy, really. I can't believe you would accuse me of such a thing, after all I've done for you. I'm the one who's been hurt here. You're attacking me for no reason. Why are you doing this to me? I thought we were friends. You're making me out to be the bad guy when I've only ever tried to help you. And just like that, the tables have turned. In the blink of an eye, the narrative has shifted. Suddenly, you're the villain in their story. You who were betrayed, manipulated, and hurt are now cast as the aggressor, the abuser, the unreasonable one. And the worst part, people believe them. They fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. Because these manipulators, they're not just good at lying, they're good at performing. They know exactly how to modulate their voice, how to time their tears, how to look wounded and vulnerable at just the right moment. I know it hurts. I know it feels like a knife twisting in your gut, to have your pain not just dismissed, but turned against you. It's a special kind of agony. To watch as people who you thought knew you, who you thought would stand by you, suddenly look at you with suspicion or disappointment. It's a betrayal on top of a betrayal. But here's what you need to understand. Their performance is just that, a performance. It's not rooted in truth or genuine emotion. It's a tactic, a calculated ploy to avoid accountability and to maintain their position of power and control. Now let's pull back the curtain on one of their most insidious tactics, using others as pawns and patsies. These manipulators, they're not content with just twisting your reality. No, they need an audience. They need validation. And so, they recruit. They whisper lies into the ears of your friends. They paint themselves as the wronged party to your family. They weave tales of your cruelty and their innocence to anyone who will listen. And people do listen, because these manipulators, they're charismatic, they're convincing. They know exactly what to say to elicit sympathy, to plant seeds of doubt about you. I'm only telling you this because I'm worried about them. They've been acting so strange lately. I don't want to speak ill of them, but I think you should know what they've been saying about you. I've tried so hard to help, but they just keep pushing me away. I don't know what to do anymore. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells around them. I never know what's going to set them off. And just like that, they've created an army of unwitting supporters. People who believe they're helping, who think they're supporting the real victim. These pawns become the manipulator's shield, their sword, their megaphone, all while believing they're on the side of righteousness. It's a brilliant strategy, really, because now it's not just their word against yours. It's their word, plus the word of all these other people who've been fed a steady diet of lies and half-truths. And when you try to defend yourself, when you try to tell your side of the story, you're not just going up against the manipulator. You're going up against all these people who now see you as the problem. But here's the truly unforgivable part. These manipulators do all of this unashamedly. They lie, they distort, they recruit, all without a flicker of remorse. In their minds, they're justified. In their twisted reality, they're the heroes of the story. And when confronted, oh my dear ones, this is where their true colors really shine through. They don't just double down on their lies. They construct entire new narratives. It's like watching a master weaver at work, except instead of thread, they're spinning lies. They'll change dates, locations, entire conversations. They'll introduce new facts that conveniently support their story. They'll swear on everything holy that this new version is the truth, has always been the truth. I never said that. I said this, and you're twisting my words. That's not how it happened at all. You're remembering it wrong. I can't believe you would accuse me of lying. I've always been honest with you. You're the one who's making things up. I think you need help. And if you persist, if you stand firm in your truth, that's when the gloves really come off. That's when they resort to their ultimate weapon, blaming the victim. Suddenly, you're the problem. You're the one causing drama. You're the one who's unstable, unreliable, untrustworthy. They flip the script so completely that you're left reeling, wondering how you went from the wronged party to the wrongdoer in the blink of an eye. I know how it feels. That pit in your stomach, that tightness in your chest, the feeling of the ground shifting beneath your feet, of your whole world turning upside down. It's disorienting. It's painful. It's enough to make you question everything you thought you knew. But here's what you need to understand about these manipulators. At their core, they are driven by ego. Massive, fragile egos that require constant feeding, constant protection. Their elaborate lies, their victim playing, their manipulation of others. It's all in service of this ego. You see, in their minds, they can never be wrong. They can never be the bad guy. Their self-image is so inflated, yet so delicate, that the slightest prick of truth threatens to burst it entirely. And so, they construct these elaborate defenses, these intricate webs of lies, all to protect this fragile self-image. But here's the irony. Despite their seeming confidence, despite their unwavering insistence on their own righteousness, these manipulators are deeply, profoundly insecure. Their bravado, their charm, their righteous indignation. It's all a mask covering a deep well of insecurity, of fear, of self-loathing. And when that mask slips, when they become victims of their own games, oh my dear ones, that's when you see their true nature. Their carefully constructed facade crumbles, revealing the wounded child beneath. How could this happen to me? I don't deserve this. Everyone's against me. No one understands what I'm going through. I've been nothing but good to people, and this is how they repay me. Why does the universe keep punishing me? It's not fair. The rage, the hurt, the indignation, it's all real, but not for the reasons they claim. They're not angry because they've been wronged. They're angry because their illusion of control has been shattered. They're not hurt because of what's been done to them. They're hurt because their true nature has been exposed. And this anger, this wounded rage, it can last for years, decades even, because to truly heal, to truly grow, would require something these manipulators are terrified of: self-reflection, accountability, the admission that perhaps, just perhaps, they were wrong. Now, my beautiful soul, I want you to listen closely, because this next part is crucial. Understanding the tactics of these manipulators, recognizing their patterns, seeing through their lies. This is important. It's self-protection. It's wisdom. But it's not the end of your journey. Far from it. Your task now, your sacred mission, is to rise above, to refuse to be molded by their darkness, to stand firm in your light, even when the shadows they cast seem all-encompassing. You see, these manipulators, these betrayers, they want you to become like them. They want to drag you down into their world of lies and distortions. They want you to doubt yourself, to question your worth, to dim your light. But you, my radiant being, you are called to a higher purpose. You are here to break the cycle, to show that there is another way, a way of truth, of authenticity, of unwavering integrity. So how do you do this? How do you stand firm in your truth without becoming hardened? How do you protect yourself without building walls? How do you heal without becoming bitter? First, you must root yourself in your own truth, not their version of events, not the story they've spun, but your lived experience, your truth. Write it down, speak it aloud, share it with trusted friends. Don't let their lies overwrite your reality. This isn't about convincing them or anyone else. This is about anchoring yourself in what you know to be true. Because the more firmly you're rooted in your truth, the less power their lies have over you. Second, set boundaries. Firm, unshakable boundaries. You don't owe anyone your time, your energy, or your spirit, especially not those who would abuse it. This might mean cutting ties completely. It might mean limiting contact. It might mean having a trusted friend present during any interactions. Remember, setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's self-care. It's self-preservation. It's saying, I value myself too much to allow this treatment to continue. Third, practice radical self-love, not the superficial kind, but the deep, soul-nourishing kind. The kind that says, I am worthy of respect, of honesty, of genuine connection. This might feel difficult at first, especially if you've been under the influence of a manipulator for a long time. Their voice might still be in your head, telling you you're not worthy, not good enough. But I want you to hear me. That voice is a liar. You are worthy. You are enough. You are deserving of love, respect, and honesty. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Write it down and put it somewhere you'll see it every day. Surround yourself with people who reflect this truth back to you. And finally, my dear one, you must forgive, not for their sake, but for yours. Forgiveness doesn't mean allowing them back into your life. It doesn't mean forgetting what they've done. It means releasing the hold they have on your heart, your mind, your spirit. Because here's the truth. As long as you hold on to anger, as long as you let their betrayal define you, they still have power over you. And you, my beautiful soul, are meant for so much more than that. You are meant to shine, to love, to create, to inspire. You are meant to be a beacon of truth in a world drowning in lies. A testament to the power of authenticity in the face of manipulation. So stand tall, speak your truth, love fiercely, forgive freely. Not because it's easy, but because it's who you are, who you've always been, beneath the scars and the doubt and the pain. And on those days when it feels too hard, when the weight of their lies threatens to crush you, remember this: you are not alone. There are others like you, standing in their truth, shining their light. And together we are more powerful than any lie, any manipulation, any betrayal. Seek out these kindred spirits. Share your story. Listen to theirs. There's healings in this sharing, in this connection, in knowing that you're not crazy, you're not alone, you're not the only one who's been through this. And as you heal, as you reclaim your power, you'll find that you become a beacon for others. Your story, your strength, your resilience, it will inspire others to stand in their truth, to break free from manipulation, to reclaim their own power. This is how we change the world, my dear one. Not by fighting darkness with darkness, but by shining our light so brightly that the darkness has nowhere to hide. This journey isn't easy. There will be days when you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Days when the echoes of their lies still ring in your ears. Days when you doubt yourself, when you wonder if maybe they were right all along. But I want you to remember something on those days. Healing isn't linear. It's not a straight path from hurt to healed. It's a winding road full of ups and downs, twists and turns. And that's okay. That's normal. That's human. What matters is that you keep moving forward, that you keep choosing truth over lies, authenticity over manipulation, self-love over self-doubt, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And as you walk this path, you'll start to notice something. The manipulator's power over you will begin to wane. Their words, once so cutting, will lose their sting. Their tactics, once so effective, will become transparent. You'll start to see them for what they truly are: wounded souls, lashing out from a place of deep insecurity and fear. This doesn't excuse their behavior, not by any means, but it does help you understand it. And understanding is a powerful tool for healing. You might even start to feel a sense of pity for them, because while you're on a journey of growth and healing, they're stuck, trapped in their web of lies, constantly having to maintain their false reality, always on guard against the truth. But here's the thing: their journey is not your responsibility. You can't heal them. You can't fix them. You can't make them see the truth if they're not ready or willing to see it. Your responsibility is to yourself, to your healing, to your growth, to living your truth and shining your light. And as you do this, as you reclaim your power and your voice, you'll find that the manipulator's tactics lose their effectiveness. When they try to gaslight you, you'll stand firm in your truth. When they play the victim, you'll see through their act. When they try to turn others against you, you'll know your worth isn't determined by their opinion. You'll become unshakable, unmanipulatable, a force to be reckoned with. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked in discussions about manipulation and betrayal: the aftermath, the rebuilding, the process of learning to trust again. Because here's the truth: betrayal leaves scars, deep ones. And even as you heal, even as you grow stronger, you might find yourself hesitant to open up again, scared to trust, always waiting for the other shoe to drop. This is normal. This is your mind and heart trying to protect you from further hurt. But while it's important to be cautious, to have healthy boundaries, it's equally important not to let the actions of one person, or even a few people, close you off from genuine connection. So how do you find that balance? How do you open your heart without leaving yourself vulnerable to further manipulation? First, trust your intuition, that little voice inside you, the one that whispers warnings when something feels off. Listen to it. It's often right. Your manipulator might have tried to silence this voice, to make you doubt your own instincts. But as you heal, you'll find it getting stronger, clearer. Second, take it slow. There's no need to rush into trusting someone completely. Allow trust to build naturally over time. Pay attention to actions, not just words. Consistency is key. Third, maintain your boundaries. Healthy relationships respect boundaries. If someone consistently pushes against or ignores your boundaries, that's a red flag. And finally, remember that you have the right to change your mind. If you've let someone in and you start to feel uncomfortable, if red flags start popping up, you have every right to step back, to reevaluate, to protect yourself. Because here's the beautiful truth: as you heal, as you reclaim your power, you'll find that you attract different people into your life. People who value authenticity, who respect boundaries, who are doing their own inner work. These are your people, your tribe, the ones who will see your light and help it shine even brighter. And to those of you who are in the thick of it right now, who are just beginning to see the manipulation for what it is, who are feeling lost and alone and scared, I see you. I hear you. I believe you. What you're going through is real. It's valid. It's not your fault. You didn't deserve this, and you have the strength within you to get through this. Take it one day at a time, one truth at a time, one boundary at a time. Reach out for help when you need it. There are people and resources out there ready to support you. And remember, the very fact that you're here, listening to this, seeking understanding and healing, is proof of your resilience, your strength, your innate wisdom that knows you deserve better. You are the truth teller, the light bearer, the cycle breaker, and no amount of lies, no twisted narrative, no manipulation can ever change that divine fact. In you, the legacy of truth lives on. Through you, the light of authenticity shines. Because of you, the cycle of manipulation ends. Walk in that truth today and always. The world is waiting for your light. And I, along with countless others, are here, cheering you on every step of the way. Thank you for allowing me to share this message with you. May it serve as a balm for your soul, a flame for your spirit, and a guide on your journey to reclaiming your power and living your truth. Remember, beautiful soul, you are seen, you are heard, you are believed, and you are infinitely, undeniably worthy of love, respect, and truth. Now go forth and shine your light. The world needs your authenticity, your courage, your truth now more than ever. You've got this, and we've got you. Stay lit.